Hey, everybody. I am doing a surprise live stream today, and I just couldn't resist because I've got some news. Good morning, Cheryl Adams, 39 degrees. Well, it depends on where you are. And I forgot where you are, Cheryl. Hi, Denise. Who else is there? Is anybody else there? I just did a surprise live stream today because some things are going on that I wanted to share. Good afternoon, Michelle. Where are you writing from? Hi, Daryl. First of all, I just want to. I'm wearing this. Actually is green, but it's looking a little blue-green on here. But I just got I wanted to try this color. This is my late bloomer. As you see, when I'm moving around, the light shift on this laptop changes colors, but it's actually like a forest green. Of course, it's got the writing on the back. And if you guys want to get one of my late bloomer t-shirts, please do. And Kate, I think, is there, and she will get the link up really soon. Thank you, Linda, for tuning in. I'm going to see you so soon in about, let's see, 3 weeks. No. 4 weeks. Yeah. Wait, no. A little over 3 weeks, I'm going to see Linda. And Linda is someone who, hi, Travis. Hi, Angel. Angel? Which Angel is this? Angel, where are you writing from? I'm going to be in Tennessee. I wanted to share some plans and news. And I wanted to do this, before my Sunday live stream. Because, it's on my mind. Wait, Nasrin, I want some Karen cake yarn, please. Ashraf, hi from Pakistan. Karachi, Pakistan. Hello, Nasrin. It's so unusual because I had a lady staying here in my house for a few months last year named Nasrin. And I thought, wait, I'm confused. Oh, rain. Angel is a new subscriber from Massachusetts. I get it. And Kate will be moderating. This is going to be a short live stream. I just want to give you impart some. I want some Karen cake yarn, please. I don't know what that is. Oh, good morning, Steve. Let's see. Okay, so the first thing is I'm going to be in Tennessee the 28th, 29th, and the 1st. It's a very quick trip this time because of things that are going on here. I might be able to extend it if things change here, but as it stands right now, I'm only going to be there for 3 days. Of course, I want to try to see my mother, but I am going to a reunion. And just a few years ago, I went to college, and I was in a sorority called Zeta Tau Alpha, and our chapter is having a reunion in Nashville. Very conveniently located, so that I can pop over and see my mother while I'm there. So it's a sorority reunion, Kate. And oh, that's fantastic, Nasrin. You have a rooftop garden. That's lovely. I don't know anything about that yarn, but I hope you find it. Anyway, so that's the trip. If you like calendar planners and you haven't downloaded yours, be sure you go to latebloomershow.com and download the calendar planners that I've designed. And you have a black and white version that you can color in yourself. And we went to a great amount of trouble to make these, so I hope you enjoy them. This is actually one of the first cauliflower I ever grew that I photographed. Now, in March, my plans have changed because of that trip. It's just too tight to go to Phoenix. And if anybody is tuning in from Phoenix, I know you're expecting me, and I am expecting to meet all of my new Phoenix friends when I go. And that trip has been pushed back till the end of the month, the 27th through the 30th. So that will again be to the 30th. So that will again be 3 nights in Phoenix in March. 27th, Phoenix is scratched out up here, and it's the 27th through the 30th of March. And that's all that I have planned so far. My trip to Austin, my trip back to Texas was going to be from the 6th to the 19th of April. It sounds like from my son that that's not going to work out after all. I would only have a couple of days there. So April is still up in the air. I wanted to very quickly, that's not why I tuned in, but I just noticed this. If you've ever grown camellias, I do have a blog post. I do have a video where I showed my amazing camellia bushes in the back. And if you've never grown camellias, they grow very differently. Look at this. This is the first bloom, and this is a typical size. Sometimes they get a little bit bigger. This is the first bloom of one of my 2 dark red camellia bushes. And they are, I'm looking right out the window right now, and I see dozens of buds. So this is the first one that popped open, and isn't it beautiful? But what's interesting about this variety is you have numerous sets of the anthers and stamens and all of the reproductive parts of the flower, whereas in this variety, it's all centrally it's all centrally located. You see, they're just in the center. And on the other one, you have them in all over in here. So I know that there's a name for that, and maybe it's multifloral. I don't know, but they look very, very different. This fuchsia bush, I am going to be doing a little overview of my garden probably tomorrow morning, and I will show you the amazing fuchsia bush. Now, I have some news. Let's see. Thank you, guitar. Oh, I see, Nasrin. That's your whole name. Oh, I see. That's your whole Google name. I thought you were asking for some yarn. Okay, that's I didn't make that distinction. Guitarist 2B, what is your name and where you're writing from? Let's see. Okay, thank you, Kate, for, oh, daffodils are my absolute favorite. Now, we called those buttercups, Daryl, when I was growing up, the big ones, not the little more. We also call them jonquils and buttercups. But I know technically buttercups is a smaller yellow flower that grows wild. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so I just wanted to, good morning, Silver Garcia. I wanted to give you my news. I know there's only a handful of you here, but, and it's not official yet, but there has been an offer on my house. And if that becomes a deal, it's very exciting. It's a family. Well, it's going to be a family, and it's already a family because it's a husband and wife. But there's one on the way, and so I'm really hopeful that this works out. And so I hope you guys will give a little prayer that it all works out and that I can move on with my life. Now I wanted to, and I'll know something by Sunday, so I'll be sure and let you know. Good morning, Diana. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll be sure and let you know about that. And Jamila, where are you? I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Good morning, Jamila. Donna, jambalaya, capital of the world. I want some. Donna, I want some so bad. Louisiana. Ooh, it's freezing, Diane. I've already forgotten where you are. It's ridiculous. Okay, this is what I want to unbox. This is the package that I failed to take on my live stream on Sunday with Moira. She could not join because this was impromptu and she was involved in something right now. She'll watch later. But Jack Davis is advising me and us on the best, let's see, what's the best way to get this thing open? Now this is a priority box. I'm just going to grab this. Let's see if I can get it open. You know, when you don't have one thumb that works, that's what makes us unique. You know, humans, we have opposable thumbs. That's how we can do everything. Without thumbs, man, it's tough. Okay, ooh, here we go. It is stuffed. Let's see what we have here. I know what this is right off the bat. Oh my gosh. These are moringa seeds. If you've never seen, moringa is one of the most nutritious things you could possibly grow that can be grown on the planet. It could feed the world if it was grown everywhere. It's so nutritious. You can eat the leaves, the seed pods when they're young, the flowers, all edible. 1 second. I'm drinking green juice to go with my green shirt. But look how amazing these seeds are. I just think they are the coolest seeds I've ever seen because you have these little paper things on three sides, you see? And this big old seed in the middle. It's just the coolest thing. So we're going to try to grow moringa down there. She sent a whole lot of seeds. And if you're interested in some moringa seeds, I might be able to share them. If you, let's see, for example, if you make a small donation to my PayPal, I'll be happy to send them to you. What else do we have? We have, you see, I'm talking about the new project that I'm working on with Moira down in Del Rey. She has a front yard garden, and we are going to be step by step doing videos, recording, taking, taking the front yard piece by piece and making it over into an edible garden for a vegan family. So the emphasis is on, you know, edibles that you can eat, obviously. Woo! Okay, this is full of seeds. Wow. Okay. And I'm going to read off some of the things and some of the benefits. Okay, this is the Sweet Dakota Rose watermelon. Kind of a tiny seed for watermelon. And that's Baker Creek originally. And this is Egyptian spinach, which is, well, I'm going to tell you about it. Egyptian spinach. I think the seeds are so cool. The seeds are actually, they're actually almost this color. They're really, really cool. And we have early moonbeam watermelon, which is from Open Circle Seeds. If you saw that video that I did from the National Heirloom Expo, I interviewed the woman who has a very small family seed company called Open Circle Seeds. She's up in Northern Cal. And I would love for you to just go to her website and see if there's anything. And if you order something from her, just tell her that you met me. I mean, you heard about her from me. And this is the red stem Malabar, and we got big, nice big seeds from that. You see those size of those seeds? And Roselle. They have, it's more of a kind of a, it's almost like if you took a seed and kind of went like that and squished it. And this is hyacinth bean. And I think these are the prettiest beans. Some of the prettiest beans you've ever seen. And I want to read you about, because I was confused about this and I was wrong on my live stream on Sunday. But look how pretty these are. Look at that. It's got this pretty white stripe just around one edge of it. It's just so cool. Look at that. Okay, now I'm going to read you what she says about these things. Hold on a second. What did I? It was an email, I remember, and Jack. No, not that. Jack Davis. Okay, so she says that she's answering some of the questions that I had from the viewers about the list of stuff, this list of things. Egyptian spinach, it is not spinach. It is not a spinach, but it is in the mallow family of plants. And Malabar spinach does well in partial shade. The leaves are larger in shadier areas, more surface area for capturing light. Makes sense. That's right, because when she had it in the bright sun, the leaves were small, but I've had leaves that are like that big. And it's succulent, even though it's called spinach. It's not really spinach. It's a different plant, but it's extremely nutritious. Roselle is also in the mallow family of plants. The young leaves are edible also. A nice tart flavor in salads and added to vegetable soups. And the calyx, which is the little hand that holds the flower petals, which dries after the flower petals dry. The calyx is thought to have properties to lower blood pressure. Now, I don't know if you eat them candied, if it still does that. The hyacinth bean, she says, she sent me seeds of the edible type. There is an ornamental purple short type that's common here in the West. The edible cultivars are cultivated widely in India and parts of China, and she sent the edible type. The young bean pods, before the seeds fatten up, are harvested for stir fry. So that's cool. The young bean pods, before they fatten up, you can harvest those for stir fry. The flowers are edible, perfect in salads. And you can eat them after the seeds mature, but it's a process. You don't worry about that. Okay, now I don't see the seeds here, but we have Okinawan spinach and longevity spinach are related. Both are in the daisy family. And we're talking about growing at least longevity spinach. And let's see, they're related, just slightly different strains. Both are very nutritious. but also get slightly slimy when cooked. And if you're someone who can't handle slimy stuff, too bad. But if you just put a handful of leaves in a stir fry, it's not going to make the whole thing slimy, and it's going to be much more nutritious if you add it. Sweet potato vine is cultivated for their leaves in the summer in Asia. Some varieties have more tender leaves and are cooked with garlic, salt, and pepper for summer greens. That sounds so good. And I cooked sweet potato leaves one time. I had an episode in season 5 of Late Bloomer, and I was taking the 7-day greens challenge because Patrick at One Yard Revolution had kept after me going, "You're not eating the food you're growing. You need to eat the food you're growing." And so I did this greens challenge, and I made something different every day from the greens I was growing. One of which was the sweet potato. I didn't eat the vine. I only ate the leaves. Let's see. She says some varieties have more tender leaves and are cooked with garlic, salt, and pepper for summer greens. Oh, I already read that. Okay. And then the Charleston gray watermelon. I'm not sure we had those seeds. She talks about that. Let's see. There is a that's the sweet Dakota rose. This Charleston gray watermelon is what she grew this summer, and they produce giant watermelons, and the thick rinds are great for the rinds. Remember, we were talking about the rinds being as or more nutritious than the pink part of the watermelon. They're great for juicing, cooked in soups, and for pickling. And speaking of cooking in soups, if you've never thought of putting melon in soup, when Jack was here cooking, not this last time, but the time before, a couple of years ago, we made melon soup. And we made melon soup because we were going to make loofah soup, but the young loofah were too big. I cut into it. It was already too, much exoskeleton. So I said, well, what can we grow? What can we put into soup instead? And I had these these small melons that I had grown, Baker Creek seeds, forget the name of them, but they're these small golden melons that are about that big. And we use those for that video. And if you're interested, I can always put the link for that below. And she just wanted to say that she sent a photo of her final harvest from her 2 vines, just 2 Charleston gray watermelon vines just before Christmas. And the largest melon was 29 pounds. Yeah, and I want to show you this picture if you can see it. I'm going to move it around because of the glare, but that's her, and those are her feet, and those are her watermelons. If I had a harvest like that, I would be ecstatic. And I remember when I was growing up, my grandmother grew big old watermelons like that. And if we cut into one and it wasn't perfect, she'd just say, "Oh, go get another one. Just go out and get another one." It's just like, to have all that growing out back is just something else. So also in here, we have, she sent, let's see, I got to find out what this is. I want in my next garden to be growing bay leaf. Oh, I know what this is. These are Jerusalem artichokes. Now, if you've never grown Jerusalem artichokes, we talked about this on the live stream with Moira. They're nutritious. They taste sort of like chestnuts. I have a feeling that's what this is. Yeah, and they're already rooted. So these are ready to, oh, wow. These are ready to just pop in to some dirt. And I'm assuming that the other ones are the same. But look at this. 1 second. Let me hold it up. So Jerusalem artichokes are not an artichoke. There's a big long explanation for why they call them that. I don't remember what that is. I did read that a long time ago. But Jerusalem artichokes are in the sunflower family, which is why they produce kind of like sunflowers, the tall stalk, a tall stem with one little yellow sunflower at the top. And they're very beautiful. And if you're thinking about growing Jerusalem artichokes, you want to make sure you contain them because they spread. And Sharon was telling me, Sharon has a 5-acre family farm in Delaware, Sharon's Natural Gardens on localharvest.org. And please order something from her. I would be so happy because we need to, she has such vast knowledge about biodynamic agriculture, about farming, organic farming, and making tinctures and saving seeds and everything else. And we need to support our elders that know so much. And one of the really exciting things about, here's some more. Oh wait, these are fingerling potatoes that she sent that are ready to be planted. So I'll put that back. And I'm thinking that, oh wait, maybe this is the longevity spinach. Okay. I love opening boxes. Whew. Oh no. No, that's not what that is. I'm going, what is that? What's that smell? I believe these are garlic chives. I'm not sure. But it's garlic, or it smells like garlic. Daryl, what do you think that is? It smells amazing. So I think that's what that is. Maybe I missed something somewhere on her list. Okay, so that's the whole box, and that is the plan. We're still looking for I think it's garlic chives, yeah. Kate is asking, I guess I sent you some seeds. I don't remember. But I'm still using the same seeds from 2016. And you saw I produced 13 loofah off of 5 vines this year. And I would have had more, but had to cut the vines down. So yeah, they're still viable. I would plant more than you want to wind up with, just to make sure. Yes, Nicole is saying that Jerusalem artichokes are very invasive, and they are. That's why you need to keep them in a tub. Keep them under control. Ooh, wow. Well, yes, but she wants. Yes, it's a bay tree. I know, Kate. But I want a little one. And I remember that Sharon had one. And I got some leaves off of it. And I'm hoping that I can get another one when I figure out where I'm going to put it. But there's so many other things on here that are good perennials and edibles. I'll just run through this again if you guys are interested. Because the focus of Moira's garden needs to be low maintenance. So we're looking at more edible perennials than real hands-on annuals, because there's always a lot more work with annuals because they come and go. You got to replant and all that. And she's talking about bay leaf, jasminum sambac, which is Arabian jasmine, Grand Duke jasmine, great for making tea, lemongrass, it's great for cooking, flavoring soups and all that. I've got lemongrass outside coming back, sage, toy onions, Swiss chard, purple tree collards. All of these can be perennials in, I guess, in a temperate environment like mine. Globe artichoke, asparagus, alpine strawberry. Well, asparagus you can grow in most climates, I think. She's recommending purple passion and Jersey night asparagus. I had asparagus plants for years and I gave them away when all of this happened. And they got planted down at someone's house down that way. Alpine strawberries, I actually got some of those from Sharon at Sharon's Natural Gardens. I don't know if she's still selling those. Spanish and French lavender. Moira already has lavender growing. I have to find out which ones they are. Jerusalem artichoke, pineapple sage, which is great for tea, garlic chives. Okay, so there's, and fennel, daylily, edible flowers and more, sweet potato, keep vines short to produce larger tubers. That is something I didn't know, and I should have known that if I'd done my research. Okay, does anybody have any questions about anything that I've said so far? I was just going to do a quick live stream and touch base with everybody. Let's see. Good morning, Rebecca. Are you working? Let's see. Good morning, Hakimi. I don't know if it's morning where you are. Should plant bunga kantan, Malaysian artichoke. Is that bad? Why are you laughing? Hi, Marcos. This is a surprise live stream, so nobody is late. I did start a little while ago. I've gone through all of my news and stuff. Silver Garcia. Let's see. Yes, I have some garlic chives growing in the kitchen window that Jack left when she left here. But I'm not cooking right now. That's my problem. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Where I'm moving to, everybody, the apartment I'm moving to, and the main reason, I don't know if you're wondering, but please watch my last video because I shot a video in my new place and I need to get those views up. So if you haven't seen that, please watch it, like it, and then share it with on social media or whatever. And have you done that, Daryl, with daylily pods? I don't know, Kate. I don't know. I've got to talk to my son and figure out something. Let's see. Somebody's talking about deer are lovely to look at, but horrible for the garden. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Well, you know, I don't know. I only have suspicion that I had deer in my garden once. I don't know for sure, but you know, my tomatoes were eaten off at about the 4-foot height and 3 to 4 feet high. And I thought maybe they walked down the sidewalk and leaned over the fence and just ate them. I don't know. But I keep a big, huge California pitcher sage plant at the corner of my property. It's tucked right under the big camellia bush. I'm looking right at it. And they don't like that. They don't like the California pitcher sage. So I was always just kind of using that as, don't come here, not welcome, get back. And I don't know if the deer walk down the street or not. I know coyotes do, but I don't know about deer. There are coyote sightings constantly in my neighborhood. Let's see. Yes, it would take many years to spread. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like it can get out of control over a large period of time. But if you just plant it in a pot, then you don't have to worry about it. If you're talking about Jerusalem artichokes, Hakimi, you literally saute. You can do it very easy. You wash them, obviously, scrub them clean, and cut them up, and then saute the pieces in garlic and oil. You can throw in some hot pepper if you wanted to, if you like hot pepper, chili. You could put that in with other vegetables for a stir fry, or I baked them in butter in just a little dish. They're yummy. Laughing Man Williams, you're right. You're right. I have so much nasturtium growing right now. It's ridiculous. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Sorry about that. Maybe something here is making me sneeze or something. The flowers are very tender of nasturtium. You're right. But the leaves are also edible. And I have a video that I did earlier this year with Felice when she made nasturtium pesto. And of course, then in the follow-up video, she showed us how she makes, oh, there's a hummingbird. She showed us how she makes the gnocchi that we ate with, oh my gosh, she's such a great cook. Let's see. Oh, daylilies are only there for a day. Okay. Hakimi, that's true, but it doesn't last. It doesn't last very long. That's what somebody was telling us the other day. It's GNOCCHI, I believe. Kate is how you spell gnocchi. Let me look it up. But it's so good. Yeah, GNOCCHI is the way you spell that. But I just love watching pastry cooks. I don't know if you've ever watched pastry chefs, just any kind of great chef. I just love watching their hands, just the way they touch and cut and shape food. And it's a mastery, just like any other art form, I think. And the benefit is you get to eat it. Oh yeah, it's so good. Okay, everybody, that's all my news for today. I was just going to do a quick live stream to touch base with everybody and let you know that there's some hopefully really good news on the horizon. Not that I want to leave my garden, I don't, but I don't have a choice. So that's why I'm going to be doing this transition garden project with Moira. Oh, you can absolutely transplant brassicas. Cherie is asking if you can transplant brassicas or direct sow. The only things that I've heard of that you really should direct sow are cucurbits. I mean, obviously you can seed cucumbers and stuff. I have. But for sure, squash and even watermelon are going to be happier just to be direct sown, and moringa too. I have seeded moringa. I've bought that. The way I did it was I bought some of that perforated drainage pipe, that black corrugated stuff that's got perforations, and this was my own genius idea. Because the moringa, if you're interested in growing moringa, it's funny because it grows where there are monsoons. Like there are monsoons in Phoenix, there are monsoons in the Philippines. It grows really well there in both of those places, but it doesn't like regular water. It's funny, if the leaves start turning yellow, it's getting too much water. At any rate, this moringa puts out one stem. I don't know if you could grow moringa, Daryl. Do you think you could in Tennessee? I don't know if it's hot enough. You might be able to grow it and then just, cut it way back, and you'd have to see if the roots survive the winter. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. But anyway, it's so nutritious. And I know that, my friend in South Carolina, permaculture homestead, he grows moringa, but that's South Carolina. So anyway, I bought this perforated pipe because these seeds put down this tuber. It puts down, it's not a tuber, sorry, puts down a taproot at least that long. It's one single little taproot, and down at the bottom of that is a bulb, and all these little roots come off of that. So you can't put one of these seeds in a little starter cup like that. Be quiet. A little starter cup like that and expect it to thrive. It won't. It's much happier if you direct sow. These are much happier if you direct sow. But at the time I thought, well, this is what I have to do. So I bought this long piece of perforated drain pipe, and I cut sections that were, I think there were 14 inches. And I did about 8 of them because I just wanted to make sure I got one. And every one of them had that long taproot, and there was plenty of room and everything. And then I think we transplanted 3 into the garden, 2 of which are still alive, if you want to call one solid stem with no leaves that's about that tall alive. And then the other one is about that tall with just a few leaves, not doing well. And so, but the way I transplanted them, because this thing is perforated, there's no way you could get that thing out without damaging it. So I cut the side of that perforated drain pipe, and I just spread the whole thing, opened it, and I know I cut on both sides because pulling it would have disrupted the dirt. So I cut it on both sides, and I just sat it over the hole and that I dug to plant it in, and then just take those 2 pieces off, and just toss them or recycle them, whatever. And that it worked. It worked, but it's so much easier to just stick this 1 inch under the ground and water it. So, okay, Daryl, greenhouse is your next thing. I mean, if I'm going to be in Tennessee, I'm going to have a greenhouse. That's final. Okay, Kate, take care. Oh, Laughing Man Williams. What is your first name? Sugar snap peas are my absolute favorite. I would say that sugar snap peas are my favorite vegetable to eat raw. And the next would be asparagus. And Wait. Is my favorite vegetable to eat raw, obviously, if you've seen my corn videos. And next, sugar snap peas, and next, asparagus. Yes. Clive, very nice to meet you, Clive. Where are you writing from? Carl, haven't heard from you in a while. Thank you for tuning in. Midterms. That's okay. I know you're still thinking of us, and Carl wears his late bloomer t-shirt over in Ireland, spreading the word about this channel. Thank you, Carl. And good luck with your midterms. I forget what degree you're getting now. Okay. I think I got all the questions out. Answered all the questions. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I have a lot to do today. My car is completely packed. Remember the art studio, my art studio that I showed in my one and only inside home tour? If you didn't see that video, go back and watch it. Just scroll down my videos till you find it. And in fact, everything relating to my move, my transition, selling the house, all of that is in one playlist called Follow My Journey. So if you're interested in the big life change I'm going through, if you're going through a big life change, please let me know. Maybe you'll find some inspiration. I'm trying to put a smile on my face every day and look forward to the future and have a great outlook about everything. One of the reasons that I chose to go to the apartment complex, you may be wondering, you may have wondered, why am I moving to an apartment with no garden opportunity? Good question. First of all, as you probably know, not a lot of apartments have a garden opportunity. They may have grassy areas. The owner may not want that to be turned into a food garden. Who knows? A balcony would have been fantastic. And earlier on, if this whole situation had transpired differently, I might have been able to get a great apartment in Studio City, where my sound editor is the building manager, and I would have had a balcony, and she was going to let me have the whole back, which no one ever goes back there. And she said I could put whatever plants I wanted back there, and I was just like, but it just didn't work out in terms of the timing and all that. And there were only a couple of apartments that had that exposure and that balcony, so it didn't work out. The reason that I'm going to the one I'm going to, though, is because I have dear friends in the building. And so, you know, it's going to be like having family. And that'll be nice after being an empty nester. It'll be nice to have good friends in the building. And they want me to teach their girls to sew. So, I didn't get a chance to pass down any of my handcrafts to a daughter. And I had my son,
Dinara Zambrano.
Good grief.
Dinara Zambrano.
Scared me to death. Heavens. Anyway, I was just carrying on. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the live stream on Sunday. Hopefully I'll be able to film a tour of what the garden looks like now tomorrow and catch you up on that. And thanks so much for supporting this channel. Please like this live stream, and I'll see you soon.